2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Wow. Welcome to Own the Future, a podcast made for and by change makers, where we gain the courage to own our story, the freedom to own our craft, and the power to own the future. I am your host, Lucas Scrobot, and today we have a very special episode. 1, it's a Thanksgiving special. 2, we have 2 special guests today, and not only is it a first because we have 2 guests, but it's also a first because it is the youngest guest that we have ever had on the show. I would like to introduce to you Arrow and Aiden Scrobot. Arrow and Aiden, hi. How are you doing? Thank you for being on the show.
I'm doing good. This is my brother Aiden, and I'm 6 and Aiden's 4. And thank you for having us on the show.
Aiden, what do you want to say?
Well, we have spent our whole life waiting to. We are doing a podcast.
Wait, you have been spending your whole life waiting to do a podcast?
Yes.
So is this like a dream come true for you then?
Yeah.
Aiden, I want to hear from you. When you were dreaming your whole life about doing a podcast, what were some of the things that you were imagining and thinking?
I was imagining that, we should do it in a few days, and then it came, so then I thought we could do it, and then, we started doing it, and then we did it, so.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so glad to have you here. Arrow, when you've been thinking about doing your own podcast, because sometimes you and Aiden, you'll sit together and you'll do your own podcast shows, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the things you like to talk about?
Well, I'm in piano and baseball.
Uh-huh.
And
Do you normally talk about that on your podcasts?
sometimes, and I'm a really good piano maker. I'm learning Jingle Bells. I'm going to be in a show in a few days or something.
How does it like that Jingle Bell song go?
It goes like dun 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 dun.
So now, did piano come naturally for you, Arrow, or did you have to put in a lot of hard work and practice?
Hard work and practice, and I don't know when I started, but it was when you were 5. 6. Yeah, 6.
Do you like piano?
Yeah,
What is one thing that you've learned through taking piano lessons about yourself?
you have to get your fingers curved and have your, don't lean your back like this, but just stay straight.
Okay, so you have to have good posture. You have to have your fingers in a certain way.
Yeah.
That is great. And have you also learned that you have to work hard to get better at something?
Yeah.
Do you like practicing? Do you like that working hard bit?
A little.
A little.
Yeah. I just don't like just staying there for 10 or 20 minutes.
It's hard to sit and focus for 10 or 20 minutes on something.
Yeah.
But do you notice that when you practice, do you feel like you get better afterwards?
Yeah. Yep.
How does it feel after you're done practicing the piano? How do you feel?
Proud of myself and, good.
That's awesome. Now, there's something that both of you have started this year. Now, this is baseball, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys both love baseball?
Yeah. I'm a big hitter.
Well, before we get into what we're doing, how we're playing, I want to go back to the beginning of your baseball journey. What was the first time that you guys got ever exposed to baseball? When did you first see your very first baseball game?
We saw the Rockies and the San Diego Padres,
Mm-hmm.
but the Rockies won anyway, and we're cheering for them. It was 12-2.
And where were we when we saw this? Where were we?
America, United States.
So we're in America. We're in the United States. And who took you to your very first baseball game?
My friend,
Your friend?
yeah,
Your uncle.
uncle.
Uncle
Yeah.
Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And so we went to your very first baseball game, and was it in the daytime or was it at night?
Night.
And it's at night. And where were we sitting?
On the very, very top.
We're sitting all the way at the top.
And we have pizza, hot dogs.
Oh my goodness.
And we get some, I don't know. Well, we got Tally got us something like a drink.
Oh, we got some drinks?
Yeah, it was a soda. We got to drink so much soda.
Oh my goodness. And did you guys pay attention to the baseball game the whole time?
Yeah. My dad thought that we would only want to stay for 9 innings.
No, not 9, like 3 or 4 innings. Because there's only 9 innings. I thought you'd only stay for like 3 or 4 and then you get bored. But you guys were like so intrigued. You were like paying attention the whole time. Do you remember the song? Can you guys sing that song?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back.
For it's root
for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. There's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Wow. I love baseball. Do you guys love baseball?
Yeah.
So then after that game, we got some mitts. Someone gave you guys some mitts. We got some baseball bats. We got some balls. And you guys started practicing, huh?
Yeah, I'm catching the ball.
Practicing catching and hitting. And now you guys are in your very first league. Aiden, what league are you in?
T-ball.
T-ball. And what team are you?
The Rangers. In my first baseball game, my whole life that I've been playing was the Mariners.
You played against the Mariners.
And then my second one, it was the Astros. Then my third one, it was the Blue Jays.
And did you win those games or lose those games?
Well, win, but it was always ties.
Was that confusing to you? Because I remember one game, you were very confused on the field. What was happening in your mind?
Well, I remembered that we don't keep score when I was against the Astros.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, it was coming to me, I was like, why don't we keep score? And then I was staying in my position, not catching a single ball.
Oh my goodness. Did you feel like it was silly that you weren't keeping score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like feeling like then when it was our turn to bat, I'm ready to catch it.
Uh-huh.
And then when I was standing in the base in pitcher, and I was like, what's happening? Oh, then I ran into the dugout.
Oh. Well, you're a deep thinker. It's very, very astute of you that you're paying attention to realize that, wait a minute, we're not keeping score. We're not getting anyone out. What's going on here? How is this even a game? I like your thinking. But right now we're just learning in T-ball, huh?
Huh?
We're learning. What about you, Arrow? What league are you in?
I'm in Pee Wee. I'm the Dodgers.
What number? Oh, Aiden, what number are you?
Number 19.
Number 19.
The highest in my league.
Why did you pick number 19?
Because it's my favorite baseball player.
Who's that?
Charlie Blackmon.
Oh, Charlie Blackmon. Okay, Arrow, back to you. You're with the Dodgers. You're in Pee Wee.
Number 14 because I have my favorite baseball player. He's Tony. His name's Tony. He's a Rockies.
And what position does he play?
Catcher.
Catcher for the Rockies. So tell me a little bit about your experience so far in playing baseball.
I'm a big hitter. I hit one over people's heads once when I was against the Astros on my third game. I'm going to get one in 2 days. I'm going to get another game in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I have practice. Then on the 30th, Thanksgiving, I have game.
And so, you said that you're a big hitter. Were you always a big hitter?
No.
What? Tell me about your first game. What happened?
I missed all of them.
So you struck out.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you struck out?
A little sad.
Yeah,
Sad.
a little sad. And so after you struck out a few times, what did you do to grow to become a big hitter, to be able to hit those balls?
Practice.
Practiced.
And because we practice in our house downstairs in our yard, we have a big yard. So we practice and we have a real baseball and a baseball bat.
It sounds like you guys are really passionate about baseball. You really love it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stick to baseball my whole life. I'll move to every sport.
You want to learn every sport. Okay. So back, question. With baseball, have you guys ever gotten hit with a ball?
No. Oh yes, I did, because one of my teammates threw it at my neck.
Oh, and it hurt? But you stopped the ball at least, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Arrow? Have you taken a ball
Yeah, I've got it right here.
in your cheek?
Yeah.
Ouch. Did that hurt?
So whenever I was practicing before our game, not like,
When you're warming up.
yeah, when I was warming up, my dad is number 11.
Mm-hmm.
He could have picked number 88.
But I picked 11. Okay, so you're warming up, and what happened?
G1,
Mm-hmm.
um,
And G1 has a really strong arm, huh? He's a good thrower.
E1, it's E1.
Oh, E1.
E1,
He has a strong arm, too.
yeah, I threw the ball, and it went like this. Here's my mate. Went like this, bounced out of it, and then hit me right there.
Ouch. Did you decide to give up? No. Do we give up?
And then it hit me right here,
Hit you in the shoulder, too?
and right here.
It sounds like both of you, one thing that I'm getting from this episode so far is that you guys are boys who don't give up, and that you, when you're failing at something, you don't just say, well, I just wasn't made to do this. You focus and you practice and you work hard to get better at what you do. Is that right? Yeah, that's what I love about both of you boys, that you guys are both so focused, you're tenacious, and you push yourself to grow, and you're willing to practice, and you're putting in the hard work, and you're doing what it takes to grow at the things that you love, whether it's piano or baseball. I love that. And there's something else that I know both of you guys love. And Aiden, you really wanted to talk about this today, which is how many days until
Christmas. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to? Was it
Yeah.
Arrow?
Yeah.
Arrow wanted to. Arrow, you want to talk to how many days till Christmas? How many days until Christmas? Tell
20
us.
28 days.
28 days. What are you guys looking forward to this Christmas?
Well, we're gonna hang out with our friends, Juice and Evelyn. And we wrapped some presents for them.
You already wrapped some presents for them?
Yeah.
Wow. That is so thoughtful. What are some of the things? So you're hanging out with some friends this Christmas. What else do you love about Christmas?
Well, I don't really know. Putting up the ornaments on the Christmas tree. And I also like this, that we get to celebrate Jesus' birthday.
Yeah, we get to celebrate Jesus' birthday. That's right. What else, Arrow? What do you like about celebrating Jesus' birthday?
Well, I learned this in Boz, this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It says that it says a song. It's called "Give Your Friend Your Heart." So we didn't get any. We didn't even need. That didn't. We had some backpacks that we wanted to sell, and it didn't cost any money.
Well, so back to the song. So how does the song go? So you're watching this movie called Boz, and they have a song called "Give Your Friend Your Heart." How does the song go? Can you guys sing it?
It goes like this. The very best presents come from the heart. It's true. The deep inside and give a precious part of you. There's no other way. I'll get from you can say, I love you, love you.
So from that, you learned that presents don't have to cost a lot of money,
Yeah.
but there's something that comes from your heart, and that's the best way to say that I love you is by giving something from your heart.
There's 3 ways you can do this. It can be that you are the present.
Mm-hmm.
Could be that, Aiden? There's everywhere. There's tons of ways. There's everything. Everything? is
Every
your
way.
presents, maybe? Every way. And, love.
Love. So either you're the present, everything's a present, or love.
Yeah.
Wow. That's deep. I think, and you picked out a toy and you're giving it to your friends
We
for this
didn't go
Christmas.
shopping. We just picked out a toy that our grandma gave us, and we don't really use it anymore. So we decided we put a paper in it that's very special.
So you guys wrote a letter?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's special. They are probably going to be so excited to get their Christmas presents. And what are you guys hoping for Christmas?
I'm hoping, well, I want baseball gloves, baseball helmet, and a baseball bat.
I'm not surprised because you guys seem to love baseball so much and so good at it. What do you want, Bowen?
I want all the stuff that I need for baseball.
All the stuff? What stuff? If you got one baseball thing, what would be the most important baseball thing for you guys to get?
Well, maybe baseball gloves that are that you could use for batting.
So hitting gloves,
So hitting gloves.
batting gloves.
So if the ball hits you, you should get armor. You should get like armor for the catcher.
Oh, if you're a catcher. So catcher armor, yeah.
And I want armor for batting. I want a
Like
helmet.
a helmet.
Yeah, a helmet and some armor for
Well,
my.
they don't have that. They don't have like armor for your chest for batting.
Do they have it right here?
Yeah, sometimes they might have one on the leg or like one on the arm, but normally not. Especially for you guys, the pitches aren't going that fast.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else that you guys? What other gifts are you excited to give people, or what
I
other
know.
traditions are you guys excited to have around Christmas?
Well, I have a good one that I've been waiting to do.
Uh-huh.
Well, we could do this one. Like, if you don't have another idea, you could just you are the idea.
Oh, so if you don't have like something that you can give someone, you can be the gift and you can spend time and hang out with that person?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but you could sing a Christmas carol like this. The witch born Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And also giving hugs as a present.
Giving hugs as a present. So there's lots of ways that we can give gifts without having to buy something or having a lot of money, huh?
Yeah. I've had a friend. Well, yeah, I've had a friend. I think we went to a church at United States, some kind of place at. Well,
Mm-hmm.
anyways,
And what happened?
well, we were hiding from this girl. She wasn't my friend, but she was like, if they say bacon or something or eggs, eggs, she would come to them and she would say stop, and they would keep doing it.
Oh, so there was someone that was bullying a girl.
Yeah, a girl who loved it pink. She wore pink everything.
And so what happened when people were being mean
Well,
to
he
her?
was
And
my friend. He was my friend at that church, he didn't tell me that, and I said, "You should not do that. That is wrong." But then he started carrying me. He was going to throw me on the couch. Then I got out of his arms and I said, "You are doing wrong." Then threw me on the couch when he was going to say hide, and I did not. So then he was going to that couch and going to throw me on it. And so then I said, "You should not do that," but he still did it.
wow.
But also, whenever they were like hiding in a place, I said, "I'm not gonna do this."
Because you didn't want to be mean to that girl, huh? So
Yeah.
the couple things I'm hearing, it's really interesting that you brought this up. It sounds like, one, you guys, both of you stood up for someone else. When someone else was being bullied, you guys stood up for her and said, hey, don't be like that to her. She doesn't like that. So you're confronting bullies, right? So when you have a bully in your life, you say, hey, I'm going to confront this person. I don't have to go to mom and dad right away. I'm a powerful person and I'm able to confront and say, I don't like that, or she doesn't like that. So it seems to me, I mean, Arrow, how old are you?
I'm 6.
Aiden, how old are you?
4.
So you're 6 going on 7, 4 going on 5 in a few months. But it seems like you guys at a young age have already experienced how there's some people in the world who are really mean. How does that make you feel?
Angry.
It makes you feel angry when people treat you like that? What about you, Bowen?
Well, it makes me feel like I shouldn't be around that person. And when I saw him again, I was like, there he is, so I'm not going to be around him.
Wow. Well, it's very sad that we live in a world that with broken people where not everyone's kind, not everyone's nice. But I'm glad that you guys from a young age are learning how to stand up for yourself, learning how to be powerful individuals, learning how to say no, learning how to resolve conflict yourself. Because I noticed in all of these stories, you didn't come running to mommy or daddy to say, so-and-so said this or so-and-so did this. I think one thing I really love about you guys is that you learn to resolve your conflict between one another. And then if you're not able to resolve it, then you come to an authority, then you come to an adult. But I think oftentimes we have to learn, like, yes, saying, okay, well, we're just going to avoid that person and not be friends with them. But there are times that we have to learn, well, how do we continue to engage with them in a relationship while still saying, I don't like it when you do this, but we can play in this way, right? And that's something that both of you guys are learning, because sometimes you and Aiden, you guys fight, right?
Yeah.
But you don't just say, well, I'm never going to hang out with you again. You learn how to respect each other and how to tell one another. Like Aiden, you've had to learn to tell Arrow, I don't like it when you do this to me. Huh? And Arrow, you've had to learn, okay, well, I need to treat Aiden differently. I need to let him have his opinions and have the things that he wants to do, have the ways that he wants to do it, right?
Yeah. Also, I've wanted to see God my whole life. I'm just waiting for everybody to know Jesus. So I can see him with my own eyes, not like in my heart. I want to see him with my bare eyes.
Yeah, I want to see him with my bare eyes too. Guys, I'm really grateful that you decided to come on the show today. And I heard that you have a special story to tell. Since this is a Thanksgiving Day special, I heard that you have a Thanksgiving story that you wanted to share with all the listeners out there to tell the story of what Thanksgiving is all about. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you guys ready to tell that story?
Yep.
So long ago in the year
1620, there was a family called the Pilgrims. They wanted to go to a land where they would be free to worship how they wanted to. So they decided to go on a boat named the Mayflower and to a place called America. Wait.
So when they landed,
they landed in a place called Plymouth, and they went to work right away in finding food and building houses. But then a man called...
Well, winter came, right?
And it was really, really hard. And many people died.
Did everyone die?
No, because a man called... An Indian called Squanto showed them how to plant corn. And... No, I said... They showed them how to plant corn, and what plants are good for medicine, and what plants are poisonous. So the food was plentiful.
The harvest was plentiful that year?
Yeah. So man called Governor Bradford declared of a day of prayer and Thanksgiving. So they had Thanksgiving for 3 days.
Wow.
And they invited the Indians, and then you say it. They played games for 3 days and celebrated for 3 days.
Wow. I love Thanksgiving. It's probably one of my favorite holidays. Can can we end the show by hearing from both of you something that you guys are both thankful for?
I'm thankful for our baseball.
You're thankful for baseball. What are you thankful for, Arrow?
I'm thankful for the cities and everybody who stands up and says, "Don't do that." And there might be some people who don't do it, but some gentlemen who do it. Lots of gentlemen do it.
That's right. So, Aiden, you're thankful for baseball, and Arrow, you're thankful for the gentlemen in the city who stand up for what's right and what's wrong, huh?
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being here on Own the Future. Arrow and Aiden, I love you guys. I think you're amazing, and I think you had so many wonderful things to share with the listeners today. That is all for today's episode of Own the Future. Remember, if you own your story, you can own the future.
Don't forget, our name's Aiden Squirrelbot, Arrow Squirrelbot, and we will see you next time.
That's right.